my name is James and welcome to Mirror Domains. And this is just a quick little video about the Oscars 2020 and my picks and the rundown of how well I did last night in my pool. Now, I only picked 20 categories because I didn't do documentaries and shorts and all that stuff because I never saw them, and I only did 20 categories. So I'll pull up my little list here on the side. As you can see, I did 13 out of 20. Some of them I missed, including the big one, Best Picture. So we'll talk about that as I get towards the end, and I'll just go over what I liked and what I didn't like here quickly. I liked the opening song with Janelle Monáe. I thought that was pretty good. Even though I know that some people didn't like it, I felt like she did a fairly good job. I liked Steve Martin and Chris Rock coming out, doing a quick little warm-up for us, doing a little bit, and I liked that. Felt like that was cool. It kind of made me wish that they were the hosts, but they gave us something. What I also liked, some of the performances of the songs I felt were really well done. But then again, some of the things that I didn't like was the performance of Eminem. Now, don't get me wrong here. I respect Eminem as an artist, as a performer. I have no problem with him. But I just kind of as soon as he came out, it started off with music and movies as a montage part. And then when he came out as a live performance, I thought maybe it was just going to be he would do a montage. And then he just kept on going and going. And I saw people in the audience kind of give weird looks. And ultimately, at the end, I was sort of like Billie Eilish, too. I was kind of what's going on here? Why is this happening? I was looking at my watch. Hey, guys, we got a show here. What's going on? And I can understand that a lot of people really liked the performance and liked Eminem. But for me, I was kind of like, why was this here? Yeah, we could have cut down some stuff. And if we cut that down, and we cut down on, the people presenting, recapping who was nominated, because when they did the actor award and stuff like that, they would show a montage of who was nominated on screen, but then the presenter would also recap that afterwards. So they did it twice. And I was kind of like, if they got rid of some of that stuff, the show could have been closer to its 3-hour mark. And that's pretty much the way that I felt about the show. Overall, I thought it was fairly well done. Okay, so let's just go through some of the categories and the notables here. Joaquin Phoenix as Best Actor was a given. It was a lock. And I did like his speech at the end. I felt like it wasn't too political, but I think he got his message across, even though some people probably didn't understand the whole stuff about the cow. I got that. I understood what he was talking about. And then when he was talking about and referencing his brother, River, I felt like that was very touching and very effective. I really enjoyed that. Brad Pitt, that was a lock. Yeah, he did his political thing, whatever. Renee Zellweger was a lock. Okay, yeah, that speech was rambling. I agree with that. Supporting actress went to Laura Dern over ScarJo for me, and I felt like that was okay. I had no problem with that. And once again, I did like her acceptance speech referencing her parents and her father, Bruce Dern. That was cool. Animated feature went to Toy Story 4. I picked Missing Link, and I was thinking while it was being presented, yeah, I should have picked Toy Story 4. Not many people would have seen all the animated features, and Toy Story 4 was a common name that a lot of people could recognize. Cinematography, Roger Deakins, yes, that was a lock for me. I felt like 1917 was hands down going to be the winner there. Costume design I got. That was cool. The Little Women got it. Directing was the first moment where it was kind of like, huh? What happened? I felt like Sam Mendes for 1917 was a lock for directing because of the execution. But then when Bong Joon-ho won, I was kind of like, wow, that was surprising. That was really, really surprising. And I'm happy that that happened. I was like, cool. Yeah, you're right. It was a well-executed movie, and that was cool. Film editing, I got Ford v Ferrari. That was well-deserved. International feature film went to Parasite, and I felt like, yeah, that one was a lock. I had no problems there. Makeup and hair styling, Bombshell. I felt like that one, I got that one, that was cool. Original score, Joker, she had been winning all of the awards up till now, so yeah, I felt like that one was given. And original song went to Elton John. I felt like that was cool because I felt like Rocketman needed some kind of recognition because it was a well-made movie, a well-acted movie, and if this was the best that they could do for recognition, okay. Production design, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, I felt like that one was cool because they transformed it back to older Hollywood. And that was well deserved. I like that one. Sound editing, I got Ford v Ferrari because when you listen to it in the big screen and you heard the cars and the way things were going and stuff like that, it was just perfectly edited. Sound was a big part of that movie. Now the mixing went to 1917, and I had no problem with that too. Once again, it's a war movie. It had a really good job of making you feel like you were there, and you could hear bombs and, guns going off in the background. You can hear fire, and it was just really well mixed. Visual effects, well, that one was went to 1917 as well, and I felt like that one really, yeah, a lot of the sets weren't really there. They changed things, but it wasn't groundbreaking. I felt like you could have made a case for Avengers Endgame. You could have made a case for The Irishman, and I felt like The Irishman maybe did the most because of all of the de-aging effects. Don't listen about Lion King. That had no business being in there. No. Adapted screenplay, I got wrong. I went to Little Women, and that went to, what did that go to? I didn't get that one right. Original screenplay went to Parasite, right? Yeah, Parasite. And that's when you knew that that things were going to go Parasite's way. And when Parasite won for Best Picture and over 1917, I was happy. I felt like 1917 is a good movie. It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong there. But compared to Joker or Parasite, it was just a masterfully crafted movie. And it's one of those movies that you talk about afterwards, that you go to your friends and you're like, you got to see that movie. That was a good movie. Again, I felt like Joker was like that. You got to see that. 1917 is one that's kind of like you just say, well, it's good. It's a great movie. But it's not one that I would say was deserving to win Best Picture, and I was happy that that Parasite won. Okay, so that's it. My Oscar picks and how well I did this year. As I said, overall, I was happy with the show, and I liked it. How well did you do? Did you get some of them right? Did you get Best Picture right? I'm really curious about that. Were you happy with Parasite? Did you see Parasite? I would totally recommend going out and seeing it if you haven't. All right, that's it. My Oscar picks and how well I did for 2020. YouTube is recommending a video for you to watch right there, and you can see my latest one just right up here. My name is James, and you're watching Mirror Domains. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe right there.